Hi there, fellow antique enthusiasts. I've decided to do a series of videos showcasing some of my no more unusual antiques around the house. A while back, Lisa and I were antiquing, and I was so tempted to buy an antique just because I thought, well, no one else is going to get this. And what's going to happen to it? I think it was a religious frame piece. So I thought I'd do a series of videos to get more information out there. You know, this stuff is one of a kind, and it's all up to collectors and other um, historians. You know, as antiquers, we are historians if we care about the provenance and the history of how things were made. So this will help, hopefully, bring more awareness to some of this cool stuff. So the item today is this, what's called a fortune-telling doll. And of course, everybody that collects dolls on my Facebook friends, um, I've seen these around. I was really lucky. The first antique doll show I ever went to, there she was sitting, and it was one of those things on my wish list, and I was really excited to get her. Um, I will mention too, first, the hat here, I actually made for her. When I bought her and I got her home, a few of her original beads had fallen off of her dress, and I can't throw anything away that's original. In fact, I have this binder that I've kept with all of her history, and there's a few more beads in here, so if I want to do something else for her or reattach them, I've still got them. Now what's funny is the day I bought her, of course I also did some other antiquing that day, and I ran into this little candle snuffer for maybe, I don't know, $5 at another shop nearby. And so it was the perfect shape, perfect size. So I made a little paper template of the snuffer and used some Hobby Lobby ribbon that was already embroidered because I can't sew, but I did actually stitch this, I guess. And so all the embroidery work was already done, just attach the beads and some trim. And you can see it's from that little candle snuffer. So this fortune telling doll, it was basically a parlor amusement. It was never intended for a child to play with, although that could have been the case later on. Now her outfit is all original, which is why it's melting, but that's the way I like to see things. If you were to redo this, you'd ruin it, in my opinion. And I love all of her original little charms, like I said, beads, and her name is Madam Sibylle. This is her little presentation right here, and she's even got her little wand here for casting all of her fortunes. Now the reason it's called a fortune telling doll is all these papers. Oh, how many did I count? There's over 300. In fact, I must have had a lot of free time at the time. No, I'm kidding. It's so important to me that while I have her, she stays in the condition that she's in. So I didn't want to thumb through all of these paper fortunes several times. So back when I first got her, and I also have all of her original provenance. She won a ribbon at UFDC in 2005. But I photographed all of the fortunes and numbered them. And in doing so, and I'll never find this one right now, but I found one. These are all written in French, of course. She's a probably German doll, and then costumed to be a fortune-telling doll for the French market. But in doing so, in photographing all of these, going through all of them, I did find one written in English. Somebody made a note. I believe it was from around 1910. She was at a New Year's Eve party, and somebody made a notation. So the way this works, and I'm just doing it for the video here, basically, think of it. You have all these highfalutin ladies, and they had to be amused at maybe a tea or something of that nature. And so she'd be sitting on a table, much like she's sitting on this table in here, and you pull one of the little fortunes out with one hand, and there it is in French. And of course I can't read French. A little bit, but not much. And so these could all be translated, of course, too. But isn't she just great? I'm going to fix her appropriately after I'm done taping so I don't lose the paper. Hey, I got it. Whew. Okay, good. What else do I want to mention about her? Oh, she also has a parted hairdo. You can date the China heads by their hairstyle. So she's probably 1840s, 1850s. Oh, 1850s, 1860s, somewhere in there. And then to keep her in good shape, I just did some thinning out in the house. You have to do that once in a while. And I put some stuff out in the shop, sold some stuff online. But in doing so, I took her out of a original, the display that she'd been in since I moved here. And so I'm going to put her back in this dome. And I'll tell you, these domes are incredible. They have fit so many things I have around the house. Well, for instance, back here, this is a pocket watch stand, and it fits right in that dome. But they're Hobby Lobby domes, and I don't know if they still sell them, but I bought as many as I could at the time in Waterloo. And that fits right in there. My automaton bird cage fits in one, and she will fit, because that's what I did with her originally, right back in that dome. So I'll keep the dust off of her and keep her safe. So, any questions, make a comment or shoot me a message. But, oh, here's the one. I made a note here from what it said. Second to the last. I made that even in the blue section. Because all the fortunes I should mention are in different colors. They've faded, of course, with time. But this was the New Year's Eve, December 31st. Hey, 1915 when our house was built. That's ironic. And that was the note that was made in there. I just made a notation. So, and this is what she looks like too underneath, which is always fun to see what goes into these. Basically, it's a and I bought it from Cheryl. So Cheryl, if you're watching, thanks again. But basically, the whole body of it is cardboard, and she's attached, and then all of the papers are attached to that cone, and then the outfit is then assembled. So, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for some more fun stuff.